Today we're gonna do a review of this, the Inateck Sling Bag. We're gonna pack it out, give you an honest assessment of our pros and our cons, and at the end of the video, we're gonna give some alternative sling recommendations that are close but a little bit different, just so you can find the sling that best suits your needs. Let's talk about the gist of the Inateck Sling Bag. Inateck is a company that makes a wide variety of products, from backpacks to slings to laptop cases, even to like hard drives and adapters. They kind of do it all. But this sling bag has been getting pretty popular, especially where I live in Hong Kong. I've been seeing a lot of them on the streets. And there's a few reasons for that. Some of the bag's top features are, it's very futuristic and techy aesthetic, highly weather resistant fabrics, a quick access front pocket, a spacious and well organized main compartment, a hidden back pocket, a really nifty sleeve compartment in the middle of the sling. It's ideal for water bottles and or umbrellas, and a very cozy and comfortable, albeit slightly complex, strap management system. The Inateck Sling Bag currently comes in 3 color options. It's got an advertised capacity of 4 liters, which I'd say this is around 3-ish, 4-ish, which is a great size for a sling like this because it can compress and not be too bulky. But when you really need to pack it out, it's got space, baby, and a lot of it. For the dimensions, we're looking at around 13 inches wide, 6 inches tall, and a fully packed out base depth of just over 4.5 inches. As for weight, it clocks in at just under 0.9 pounds. This is the bag when it's empty. This is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8". And this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on our media manager, Margaret, who's 5'2". And we're gonna pack out this sling throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Inateck products are currently backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 1-year warranty. And for all that, this sling runs around $50 US. And if at any point in this review, you're thinking to yourself, that is the futuristic, matrixy, feature-heavy sling of my dreams, and you're gonna make a purchase, or you wanna find out more information, we do recommend you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the outside of the Inateck Sling Bag. Now, first thing we're gonna discuss is the sling's aesthetic. You know, it looks a little more on the futuristic side. This is the sling that you would see in the Matrix. Just imagine Neo walking around with this, right? His cool shades on, pops out a machine gun, kills some Agent Smiths. That's the vibe I get from this. That's due to all these sort of like cuts and the futuristic high-tech material. The fabric itself is described on the website as a glossy film plus 900D polyester. And I have no idea what the glossy film part means, but polyester is a commonly used fabric on bags. 900D is a larger, thicker denier, so it means it's gonna be more abrasion resistant. And the glossy film part, I assume, just refers to some sort of coating that's on the fabric that gives it its shine and its weather resistance. But one thing to keep in mind is that with faces or coatings like this is sometimes they can peel over time. There's no way to know for sure. It depends on the manufacturer, and it depends on how you use the sling and how much sunlight exposure it gets. So these are all things to keep in mind. But the fabric itself is going to be highly weather resistant. Inateck's branding, super subtle, this little metal logo right there. And one thing to know about this little corner is, you see how it's sort of a different colored fabric? This corner actually has reflection properties. So if you're wearing it on your back, the car comes behind you, they'll catch this little triangle of light and be like, oh, there's a human being there. I should not hit them. Safety first, kids. Now we're gonna talk about the 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments in the inside section. But for the outside, let's talk about this strap management system, because there's a lot of things to discuss. And some things that I really like and some things that I'm not as crazy about. One thing I love about the strap management system is its automatic compression and expansion. So you can see right here, when the sling is, let's say, fully packed out, this buckle right here allows the sling to expand. But then, if the sling is being worn, it automatically compresses, therefore making the sling more flush on your body. The nylon webbing used on this strap is very high quality. I will say, at the price point, I'm really impressed with the fabrics and materials that are being used. This buckle right here, for example, is made by Duraflex, and they make some of the best, if not the best, hardware in the game for bags. But while the Duraflex hardware is high quality, we've got a lot of bulk going on with these 2 different pieces of hardware. So we have one piece of hardware that disconnects the shoulder strap, right? So you can kind of put it on a little more easy. I'm gonna grab the sling, pop it on, like so. And I do like the buckle because it's very easy and quick to release and connect. And then you got the second piece of hardware, this guy right here, which is sort of like your adjustment point. And then these two things work together to create a pretty comfortable sling experience, but the problem is you just got a lot of bulk going on. I was wearing this outside, and as the sling is packed out, you can kind of feel these bits of hardware. One thing that we're seeing on more modern slings is that they're relocating these bits of hardware to the corner, right? So then when you're wearing the sling, it's less likely to interfere with your body. And with this one, you have 2 points of interference, which I think at the price point is okay. It's only a $50 sling, but something to be aware of. And then to adjust the positioning of the webbing, you just unclip this guy right here and either go shorter, you go longer, we're going long, baby, or short. I don't know what direction this is. You can see for me, it's a pretty nice fit. And one thing that I love is that Inateck has also included this right here, which is a web holder, which just kind of keeps this excess nylon webbing in its place. Hashtag stop the dangle. Now we're gonna do one more big comfort test at the end of this video when I fully pack the sling out. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's talk about the inside of the Inateck Sling Bag. You can see right here, I got a bunch of everyday carry stuff, and we're gonna kind of test out what fits in this sling and what doesn't. Let's start with that front pocket. Now, like I said, I'm really impressed with Inateck's fabrics that are being used at the $50 price point. This fabric has a really nice feel to it, and this light gray color helps to create a highlight effect, which makes it easier to find what you put where in your bag. Start off with a key clip right here. This bad boy is metal. Just slide this on. Keys, super accessible. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put the keys in this pocket right there. And then aside from the key leash and this pocket, there's no additional organization in this front compartment. So I'm just gonna throw my AirPods in there and my iPhone 13. Now, before we get into the main compartment, let's talk about this like sleeve right here, which is actually really nifty, but it has some pros and cons to it. But the pro is that it can fit a water bottle, I think. This is a 22-ounce Columbia, and you can see we can go ahead and just slide this in the sleeve like so. And oh yeah, that is a perfect slot for a water bottle. Now, the thing is though, slings and water bottles don't usually go along hand in hand very well. Reason being, slings are small and their form factor is quite tidy and miniature, and like water bottles are the opposite of that. So you can see when you add the water bottle in there, you went from having like this nice flat sling on your chest to having like a big old football on your chest. But the option, in my opinion, of being able to carry a water bottle or a small portable umbrella is pretty freaking cool. And then the sling allows you, with this strap system, to tighten it up, and therefore that umbrella, which is right here, is much more secure. Overall, phenomenal feature, very versatile, love it. Now, getting into the main compartment, we have these orange zipper pulls right here, and these zippers are in fact YKK, which is again great at the price point. A lot of slings that are even more expensive than this skimp on zippers. Inateck did not, very impressed. And then you can see in this main compartment, we have a bunch of organization. A back sleeve, 1, 2, 3, 4 elastic pockets. And then flipping it over, on the front side, we have a large power mesh pocket, a smaller power mesh pocket, 2 lining pockets, and a zippered pocket, which in my opinion is a lot of pockets, maybe a little excess. What about you though? Like, do you like a main compartment in your sling with a bunch of pockets? This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in just the main compartment. I think it's a bit much, but what do you think? Perfect amount? Do you want more? Do you want less? Let me know in the comments below. So let's get an idea of what this can fit. I'm gonna throw my moleskin notebook in this back sleeve right there. Perfect fit, could be a good spot for a small tablet and or a Kindle. Very small tablet. Now, I've never really been a big fan of this type of organization, these elastic things. But then you gotta do the wire dance, do one of these, and then it's just like this whole thing. And I just I just don't have the patience for it. I frankly don't have the patience for it. But if you do, it's a good spot to control and organize your wires. Yet again, could put some more wires here. They're just not pockets that I personally get a lot of use out of. But one thing that's nice about them is if you're not using them, they are pretty flush. They stay pretty out of the way. Moving to the other side, this pocket right here, the zipper pocket, good spot for some sunglasses. And then here's the thing with lots of pockets is like we're really filling this sling out, and like these pockets get harder to use the more filled out the sling actually is, right? So we can try and fit some more things in there. Battery here, passport size notebook can go there. A little Zinn tin and some of the power mesh pockets. And then we're gonna go ahead and close this up. And yeah, I mean, the 4 liters capacity, I think if you include the water bottle holder, is actually pretty on point. 3.5, let's say, maybe 4. But keep in mind, with this 4 liters, now we're bulking up, dude. Like that's a bulky sling. And finally, the back pocket, sort of semi-hidden. I love a pocket for like this for your wallet. Reason being, it can sort of be hidden against your chest, less likely to get thieved or thefted. In this pocket, you do have a couple of card sleeves if you want to take things out of your wallet, maybe keep like a double wallet situation going on, one in the back pocket, and then some backup cash and credit cards here. But for me, I'm going lazy. I'm just gonna throw my whole wallet in there, plus a couple pens. Over the head headphones, I'm sorry, it's not happening for this bag. And now for the comfort test, you can see, you know, this thing is bulky, right? We went to full American football size. In fact, let's double check those dimensions. So now that we're fully packed out, we're at about like 7 inches depth. That's a lot more than the 4 I quoted earlier. Now, the automatic compression system will help with this a bit. So you can see we just brought it down from 7 to about 6, but that inch, it goes a long way. Every inch does, am I right? Now for the comfort test, I mean, you know, we got a lot of bulk going on. So, you know, keep in mind, the more stuff you put in here, the less cool and the more bulky it's gonna look. But it's also nice to have that extra capacity for those times when you need it. In theory, I guess this could be used as a like fanny pack as well, but not a very good one. This is definitely advertised as a crossbody. So I think it's a crossbody as numero uno, dos, and tres, and like a very distant numero cuatro. It can be used as a fanny, but this is where it's supposed to be. Overall though, really comfortable. Love the strap management system. It sort of flows with your body, whether you want it in the front, the side, the back. Not gonna lie, for 50 bucks, I'm pretty impressed. And if you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, dude, bags are tight. I came here looking for like a budget sling, and this dude's like blowing my mind with all this bag stuff. Well then, if that's the case, let me tell you, this is just one of the thousands of bag brands that are like revolutionizing what we call the carry community. And there's so many cool bags being made right now, and like it's so hard to keep up with. And if that interests you, you might want to know that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do bag reviews on our YouTube channel, but we also have a world-class newsletter where we kind of use as like our main point for the breaking news that's happening in the carry community. So if you want to keep up to date with the top drops, limited edition collabs, industry gossip, and just everything that's happening in this amazing revolutionary world of bags, then you're gonna want to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter. It's delivered sometimes once a week, sometimes a couple times a month. And to sign up, just look for this globe emoji in the description below. I hope to see you in your inbox. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Inateck Sling Bag. Pro number one is I love the automated compression and expansion system enabled by this strap. Pro number two is it's actually got really impressive capacity. And pro number three, I think all things considered at 50 USD, this comes in at a pretty accessible price point. But on the flip side, all bags have cons, and here are mine for the Inateck Sling Bag. Con number one, in my opinion, is we got way too much organization going on in the main compartment and the back compartment. It's a lot of pockets. Con number two is the excess bulk in the hardware with the strap management system. And con number three, while the fabrics do feel phenomenal right now, I just don't know what kind of fabrics they are, so I can't speak to how long they'll actually last, if they'll peel. Jury's still out. But if you're still here, there's a good chance you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this sling is awesome. I'm gonna get one. And if that's the case, or you just want to find out more information, just a reminder that we do recommend that you do so with the first link in the description, because that's where the best price will be. And if we have any discount codes, they'll be there as well. Now, at the beginning of the video, I teased about some alternative slings. So if you're not quite feeling the Inateck, you just want to see what else is on the market, let's talk about these two guys. Alternative recommendation number one is gonna be this guy, which is the Alpaka Go Sling Mini. Great option for you if you're looking for something sleek, functional, but you want something a bit more minimalist. There's just too much going on with this sling. You wanna kind of cut it down a little bit while still keeping the sling at an accessible price point. Alt rec number two is the Air Day Sling 3. Great option for you if you do like all those pockets. This guy's got a lot of pockets, but you want an aesthetic that's a little less matrixy and a little bit more urban refined, and you don't mind paying a bit more for that look. And to learn more about either of these slings, just go ahead and check out these videos right here. If you got any questions about the Inateck sling, the alternative slings, or any bags in the world, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.